I'm sighing.
It's Frankenstein's Army today on Gene and Roger Talk Movies. And for those of you that have watched us for a while, you know how enamored I am with crazy random scientists doing crazy random things. And that is certainly.
This movie to the T. Absolute crazy random. Yep.
Yep. So, of course, it's what would happen if Dr. Frankenstein ended up in Nazi Germany during World War II.
Well, Dr. Frankenstein's what son,
Right,
right? Or
or
nephew
grandson
or
or something.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 So it's a found footage style.
Yep.
A bunch
Yeah.
of Russian soldiers are on some recon mission and they stumble
Yeah.
across
Well,
Dr.
they're
Frankenstein.
on a purposeful mission because at the beginning there's that guy. He does this little expose. He says,
Mhm.
we're looking for this, and they're a Russian squad. They're on a mission.
Yeah, they got to get that sniper nest or whatever out of the way for the rest of the army. Little
But
do
it's
they
a
know it's a major conspiracy.
yeah, they get the sniper nest, but then it turns into something. Yeah, it's like they find weird skeletons and then along the ground, and it's like what? So the movie's attempting to build suspense and all that, but
So, Gene, give us the lowdown.
and like I've said, it's like lots of times movies is kind of like I don't know, like a team sport. There's a lot of players and a lot of things have to come together for this thing to work. And more power to you. Some guys, they women get together, XYZ Films help produce this thing, and sometimes it works. You have a fantastic movie, boom. Like Samara Weaving's, Ready or Not, her first one comes together, it's great. But this thing comes together, it's well, for one reason or another, maybe the execution's poor. I don't know, it's not thought out well, like maybe it's the editing problem, but this movie is, I mean, it's trying, but it just completely falls flat. It's just, I know Roger's going to say he loves it
I
because of the
do.
creatures. But sometimes this movie remind me a lot, and I mean a lot, of Puppet Master.
Oh,
Like in 1989, it should have been just a fantastic movie. It's just like people in an old house with little puppets this big, and some of them have they have different things. Like some are really strong, like they can throw you on the ground, or some of them have this like drill heads, and there's this little seductress, little one,
leech woman.
leech woman who actually there's a scene where she's like in bed with this guy and he's like enjoying it and then leeches come out of her mouth and he dies, right? And,
Oh yeah,
oh yeah, he's dead,
yeah.
dead. But that movie would have been infinitely better. Like what I just described is the perfect horror movie, I think, right? But no, this movie is, I'm sorry, I'm talking about Puppet Master. But Puppet Master fails because it's just there's where there should be a ton of these puppets in the movie all the time. Actually you rarely see them. They're in the movie for a little bit, and it's just a lot of like just talking and expose and just people just talking and talking and talking. And this movie's kind of like that, not like that. There's just they're attempting to set plot to build suspense, but it just falls flat. It's just you don't like any of the characters. They're just it's just a this movie is just a mess. But I will say this though. I really love the sets in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I looked this up. They found this some old mine in the Czech Republic or something like that. Whereas like the farther you go down in the mine, the more creepy it is. It's got all the horror elements, the long hallways, big doors that slam. It's dark and it's dirty. Yeah, it's great. So this, I got to give props to the set. Like whatever you did with this set, this is one of the better sets I think I've ever seen. I really got to give credit for the sets. But then I just got to be thinking, it's like the creatures start appearing, and the movie is just more. It seems like they've spent all of their money and energies devising different
Oh yeah.
creatures,
Mm-hmm.
like the Frankenstein relative. He creates creatures. He pulls together dead bodies, and there are dead bodies all over the place. And then he attaches like different different mechanical things to their bodies. Like for example, there's this one creature. He has legs, but then his body is like a pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the different combinations of deep sea divers. Think those 1940 deep sea divers like that with the body and the head and the arms are different. There's saw arms, there's claw arms, there's that scythe arms. My favorite guy though,
I
favorite
hope we're in agreement here, yeah.
guy. He had this long nose, which was a drill, and it spun, and he had like bars or metal bars for arms and legs. That was my favorite guy, and he had like goggles. That dude was.
You're forgetting the BF-109 propeller stuck on a guy's face.
That was pretty good because I think that was a radial engine. The BF-109 was inline 12, but it's just like I don't know how to describe this movie. I mean, go watch it. It's a cheap rental. I got it on Apple TV.
Oh, it was playing on Prime for free.
Oh yeah, but unless you get updated subscription, you have to watch
the
commercials. I
yeah.
hate that garbage.
Yeah.
It's like so.
How much
1980s?
How much money does Jeff Bezos need?
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna. As time goes on, I'm watching Amazon Prime a lot less. Yeah, so. But my wife has this business, and we get it for free, so whatever.
Yeah.
But Frankenstein's Army, it's trying. The ending is just, I don't know what even is that ending. It's just, the movie just seems to end. But they should just, Frankenstein's Army, just go with the title. Lots of these creatures, constant fighting, constant combat. But I wish that some of these creatures died too quickly. It's like, I'm thinking like the Netflix Frankenstein or the Mary Shelley Frankenstein. Yeah, this guy with superhuman strength. Like one guy could move a whole ship. Like I wanted to see that in this movie. I mean, come on, small arm fire. These Frankenstein people should be immune to small arms fire. You need to like have satchels of dynamite to even dent these dudes, but no.
That's the beauty of it. That's why I love this movie, right? It's crazy scientist with crazy scientist ideas that make no sense on any level.
No sense.
These horrific beasts that are easily taken out, just easily taken out.
I know.
Right? And so apparently they've destroyed this entire village so he can get his little bodies to do all his weird experiences on. And it's like, does no one have a gun in this village? Because all you need is like a 22 caliber gun, and you can take them straight out. So these horrendous things that make no sense on any level. You can just run away from most of them because they're so slow.
Right.
There's one that's like, oh, it's blind. It can't even see.
Right.
It's like, and that's why I love this movie, because it's just nonsensical. Once again, kind of like back to Donald Pleasance in The Mutations, where here's my awesome obsession and I'm all about this, but it makes no sense on any level. Yeah. And there's another great sequence where Frankenstein has decided he can end the war by grafting a communist brain onto a Nazi brain.
This whole thing where he cuts open a skull, it's all right there in front of you, and then he takes out half of it, but he takes out the communist part, and then the Nazi side, communist side. And then he looks at the brains and he says, "Oh, I got to take this part out."
Yeah,
so
there's a little too much.
Finger, and he's like, "Oh, cuts it."
A little too much left in the communist
with his
side.
Finger, he puts it back, and then he seals.
Yeah, and so this is the stuff that I really like about movies like this. And of course, Gene's going to be talking about plot and character development.
No
all
plot.
Of this.
They're trying.
It's not nothing about that. It's about one man's bizarre obsession that makes no sense at all. He's created these monstrosities that are completely pointless. They serve no purpose whatsoever.
No purpose. None.
The one that Gene talked about very briefly with it's just legs and this little pot on his, and he's like apparently Dr. Frankenstein's assistant or something, just following him around all over the place.
I think he's like the pot where you put the tools in and then he follows you. And so your tools are always right there, but it's this big pot with this, for some reason, it's got this Nazi logo on the front.
Well, of course.
And then he just follows you around because he has two legs. But dude, do you remember that there was like the woman's head attached to a
teddy bear?
It's like,
yeah. No, and
No, no, no. Yeah, yeah.
I
This
love it because at one point, one of the characters gets captured by Dr. Frankenstein. He realizes, oh, there's a camera here, so I'm going to have you film all my cool stuff so that the world has a record of what I'm doing, what I can do.
right.
And so there's this really amazing
Like
tour of his entire lab
yes, which
and
is
stuff. Yeah,
gargantuan.
which is
Like
just
it's at the very top, it's just like this farmhouse, but you go down and it gets
mhm.
bigger.
Well, and he's just so enamored
It's
with
like
all his
Raccoon
bizarre
City or something.
monstrosities. And then you see one that's like, wow, that could be amazing. It's kind of like that Ed 2009 from RoboCop, the thing on the legs, and it's got all the
Yes, yes, it's
guns.
got this huge gun that looks like it's from an A10 or something.
Right.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like, is that no, it's just sitting in the
It's just
corner.
standing in the corner. It's not
Here's
even doing
my
anything.
here's my weird mutant thing with a drill coming out of his face. Yeah, we're gonna animate that one. The one that could actually win the war. No, it's sitting over in the corner there.
Yeah,
So
it
no,
makes no sense.
I
Yeah.
just love these obsession movies, and this is one of them. It's only 80 something minutes long,
Yeah,
so
yeah. It
it's in
goes
and
by
out.
quick,
It
in and out.
really does. And I just have a real soft spot in my heart for this movie.
Yeah, I gotta go back to those sets. This is like the big rooms, and somehow there's a rail cars or
Oh
something,
yeah.
which would make sense if it was a mine. But then they had these showers, which would make sense. This is all horrific stuff.
Mhm. Well, and there's the one
Yeah.
big area with the train rail, and there's all those bodies
Yeah, they all
hanging
have the
up there.
bodies hanging from the top. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's like Auschwitz kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, okay, there you go. A lot of things, a lot of weird things in the old country, which I would consider like, any of those Crimean Peninsula countries, Bulgaria, Czech Republic. There's probably a lot of really old because people have been living there
Creepy
a
little
long
places. Yeah.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So no, I have to disagree with Gene. This is great.
No, I said try. I said try it out.
Yeah,
I mean, give it
yeah.
a try. I mean, just know what you're getting into. It's 80 minutes. The plot is just don't even try. It's just like one scene, and then there's another scene,
Right.
and then there's another scene. Yeah, and do they connect together? Maybe, kind of,
Mhm.
but
It's the
not really.
found footage aspect
Not
of it,
really,
right? The
yeah.
guy's making a kind of a propaganda film for the fatherland there, and so there's lots of cuts like that where it'll just stop and then pick up again. And
Yeah, and they try to. It's film, right? Chemical film. So there's a lot of like processing errors. So they just put that in the movie,
yeah,
which is kind of cool, a little
Yeah.
artistic element.
yeah.
But
I didn't mind the found footage aspect of it because
No, I didn't mind either.
The idea it
I didn't
kind of
mind.
flows along, and when you just have all the creatures showing up out of nowhere, it's pretty amazing. And I do like how apparently they're very stealthy. Even though there's no way these things could be stealthy on any level.
because they're loud and
Right, they're loud and
blind, and
obnoxious, and they've got these
they got
big,
diving helmets. Yeah.
yeah, and suddenly they're sneaking up on people and stuff. It's just good stuff. And I really loved the scene where they run across this Nazi doctor woman and some older Nazi guy,
Great.
and then a little kid. And there's this chute, and they're afraid to go down the chute. So
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah, of course you would.
let's grab the kid and put him down there.
Well, the kid doesn't make it. Looks
No, he gets completely annihilated by propeller face thing.
propeller head. Yeah. But again, they kill him too easily because they just go up behind him and they just cut the fuel line.
Oh yeah,
It's
these
so-
things
like-
blow up for no reason either. They're,
and then he starts on fire.
yeah.
And I admire that because you see this a lot in horror movies. Is that there's a trend, especially in the United States, is like abundant use of special effects. And this movie is maybe it's the budget or I don't know, but it's all really practical effects. When that guy's on fire, there's really probably a guy. I mean,
yeah.
he's certainly in a suit,
Yeah.
a fire suit, but he's really on fire.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
they
I mean, you can tell,
they
which
do
I
a
appreciate that.
decent job with the practical effects for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have anything more to say about this.
I really
except
don't have
you
anything else to-
absolutely should see it just because it's so wacky. Gene, are we planning on going back to the 1980s for Linda Hamilton's Children of the Corn next week?
Well, we were talking about R.G. Armstrong last week for Race with the Devil.
Uh-huh.
And he is in Children of the Corn, so I mean, we could do Predator, but that's not Predator. That's not horror on any level.
We could get by with, we could justify Predator, but I would much rather stay stuck with Children of the
Let's do
Corn.
Children of the Corn.
I
R.G.
don't-
Armstrong.
I don't believe I've seen that movie since the original theatrical showing back in the 80s. So,
Are you serious?
yeah,
46 years.
whatever it was. 1984 it came out, I think.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so,
Wow,
yeah.
okay. All right.
So that'll
22
be interesting
years.
to revisit that.
I've never quite seen it.
Oh, well, okay, then you're going to be in for a treat, maybe.
Yeah, I think I was watching it for some, I don't know why I was watching it. Then I got to the part where they're all like in a diner, and then some guy comes up and locks the door.
Well, that's the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Then I had to do something, and I just didn't get back to it.
Wow. Well, we could go on a roll of just doing Children of the Corn movies for the next like 22 weeks because there's like 20 of them. But no, we won't be doing that.
Yeah, let's do the R.G. Armstrong Children of the Corn.
Okay.
Yeah, so not what is it, 1984?
Yeah. So, all right,
Yeah.
we'll do that next week. Definitely check out Frankenstein's Army. It's a lot of fun. And we.
I don't know about fun. It's
Oh no, it's
but
fun.
just I guess rent it. Just skip the first.
Oh no, you've
seriously,
got it.
skip the first half. And the last half is when all this stuff that we're talking about, like the woman's head and the teddy bear, she's attached to, and they're both kind of alive. And it's
This is what I'm talking about. This is why you've got to
that's
see
the
this
last
movie.
half. Just skip the first half of the good last half.
No.
Yeah.
I would say watch the whole thing because
No.
it does move very quickly, and there's no reason not to do that.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever.
We will catch you next week with Children of the Corn.
Corn.
Bye bye.
Bye.